Out here today, a local park, a little pond that I know has some big crappie in it. It's also got some nice bass and bluegills. I'm gonna try and get a nice mess of crappie to take home. It's December 1st and certainly doesn't feel like it. It feels like April. This rain's been going all night and it's probably gonna go all day today. So I'm trying to fish the side of the lake that the wind's kind of pushing on. This rain is a bit of a warm front, so hopefully it's mixing in with this cooler water on this side of the lake and kind of warming things up. Hopefully the fish will follow suit and come up here and feed. An interesting day. It's just raining like crazy, so got a bucket of minnows. I've also got some little jigs that I'm gonna tip with bee moss and see what they're biting on. This one I'm just gonna throw out underneath the bobber with a minnow on it and just let it sit, and the other one I'll cast with the jig. There we go. Set this up on here, something to lean it up against. The spot's kind of tight, so it might be hard to fish two lines here. So if I find that problematic, I'll move to the other spot that I like to fish over here. Way more open. You'd fish 100 poles over there if you wanted to at one time, but I think this side might be the winner today just because of the conditions, so we'll give this a try first. This rain is unrelenting. Tip this one with a bee moss, little chartreuse crappie jig. There we go. Give it a little scent. Alright, so I moved over to the other side of the pond here. Better bank access. The other spot was a little too tight for what I was trying to do. Rain's letting up a little bit. This is the sort of rain I like to fish in. Nice misty rain. Tend to do pretty well in conditions like this, especially in the wintertime when it's a little bit warmer rain than probably what even the water temp is. It's supposed to get up in the upper 50s today. It's still early and probably upper 40s right now, but the rain itself isn't cold. It's not freezing me out, so that's a good thing. And it's a good thing for the fish too. Having a major reel malfunction and my bobber goes right down. I'll be damned. It's a little channel cat. I had no idea these were in here. No idea they put channel cats in here, but that's cool. That bobber, I mean, just got sucked right under. I figured, hey, this may or may not be a crappie. And I was sitting here, I had the line all tangled around my reel. It's kind of a mess. Back you go. If I start getting into a bunch of those little channel cats, I may just end up keeping some of those. Just got this nice sized gill on a little jig and bee moss. I think I'll throw him in the basket, because if nothing else, I could probably get a good number of these guys. Still have a nice fish fry. I'd like to get some crappie or maybe even a couple 2-pound channel cats or something, but this guy will fry. Just set him like that and tie off on this root. There we go. Left me my beam off too, which was awfully kind of him. Just got this underneath a float about 2 feet down. I'm casting up around these weeds and just jigging it slowly. Those swans going across the water like that, those things are crazier than geese are. I hope they stay over there. I don't want to have to mess with one of those today. Nothing's hit the minnows since I caught that little catfish. Here we go. Ooh, that's got some... Oh, that was a nice fish. I don't know if that was a gill or a crappie, but that was a nice one. I may have to put on a smaller hook. I think this jig might be just slightly too big for these fish. There we go. That's a nice gill. That'll keep. It's gone from a crappie trip to a bluegill trip. That's alright. Panfish, panfish when it comes to dropping them in grease, that's for sure. I might play around, cast some minnows in a new spot for a minute, see if I can find the crappie. If not, I'll go back to just fishing for these guys. Couple nice gills. Right, another channel cat. There must be quite a few of them in here. I had no idea. That's a pretty one. Real dark. I don't know if I want to keep any or not. He's still a little on the small side. Might let him go. Although those 2 gills and this guy, that's not a bad little meal, but if I get one that's maybe 2 pounds, I'll keep it. Come on, bud. Open up your mouth. Pretty little channel cat. Over here messing with my other line, and this little bass took down that minnow. He's hitting it like a crappie, that real slow lethargic hit. I was hoping it was getting on a nice school of crappies out there, but look at the colors on him. Look at that stripe. Beautiful little bass. If he was a little bigger, I might take him, but I'm gonna let him go and get big. Sometimes you even catch little bass on crappie jigs and beam awes. This guy's got an interesting little mark on the side of his gill plate here. That black mark I've never seen. I mean, I've seen black splotches on little bass before, but I've never seen it up on the gill plate like that. It's pretty interesting. I'll let him go get big. These bass are destroying the minnows right now. This one might actually be a keeper. I'll measure him. Wow, look at the colors on this guy. I've never caught a largemouth that dark before. He might be a little on the small side. I'm over here tying on an ice jig to fish for more gills, and every time I look over, my bobber's going underneath. Dang it, I don't have my tape measure with me. Pretty sure he's gonna be under 14, but biggest bass so far. Not real big, but beautiful. Colors on that guy. Alright, see if I can finish doing this. Every time I look over, that bobber's gone. It's the second one here while I've been doing this. I'm telling you, these bass, I think this might be the same one I just caught. He's got that same mark right on his gill plate. This guy's just trying to get eaten. If he's a little bigger, he'd be going right in the basket. Don't push your luck, dude. That is funny. He must be awfully hungry to fall for the same thing twice. Caught this catfish on a damn ice jig, and then he just broke off. Just broke off my ice jig and a bee moth. Never caught a catfish on anything like that before. He might actually be a keeper there. I think I might put him in the basket in case I decide to keep him. Alright, y'all. Third time. I'm pretty sure this is the third time I've caught this same bass with this same mark on its gill plate. This guy just will not stop eating my bait. I wish I could relocate him to the other side of the pond right now so he'd stay away from me. I'm pretty sure this is him. I don't see... Oh, there's one little... So maybe there's two of them with that same mark, but... Unreal. This guy just is... I don't know, bud. Your days probably aren't very long if you keep doing this. Good luck to you. We got another catfish here. I didn't know there were so many of these little guys in here. That's a decent sized one. That's probably the biggest one so far. They're just croaking at me. See how they shake their spines like that and croak? I don't know if I feel like cleaning catfish today. I was really hoping to get into some panfish. Catfish are a little bit more of a process to clean, so probably throw him back, probably throw the other one back. It's in the basket already too. Another good feeling fish on here. This one's a bass. Not a bad sized bass. I think they're all just under keeping size though, every single one I've caught today. Don't know where the crappie are at in here right now. Usually I've come up here and bass fished with crankbaits and whatnot and caught some big crappie doing it. Figured I'd come up here and just tear up the crappie using minnows and bee moths. I typically catch crappie on. Threw my minnow off. That'll happen. That's why we buy plenty of them. Well, the weather's starting to shift a little bit. I think rain's moving back in. It's getting a little later, so I'm calling it a day. Did catch quite a few fish out here today. Just not really the target species I was after. Couldn't find any crappie. Caught these two big gills, and then all of a sudden I thought, well, maybe I'll just focus on gills, and then that kind of stopped. So I think I'm gonna just let these guys go. Decent, I mean, that'd be one decent little meal for myself, but I was hoping to kind of fill the freezer a little bit, and this isn't really worth the work I think I'm going to put into cleaning the catfish, at least today. He's putting his spines out and not letting me get him out of here, so this will be fun. This right here was a really nice gill. It's your lucky day, guy. That is a nice eating sized bluegill right there. Beautiful colors on him. That is a nice one. I also did catch a little red ear earlier. Didn't get that on film. And that's cool to know there are red ear in here. They're fun to catch and they're good to eat too. Another nice gill. Alright, Mr. Catfish, let's see if you will cooperate with me. Put your spines out of that mesh. You're just going to be... There we go. Alright. He's all spined out. Look at him. Not in a happy mood about being in that basket, I don't think. Hopefully these guys get bigger. It'd be fun to come over here and catch them when they're 10, 15 pounds. But your lucky day today. You're not getting thrown in grease. I guess it's a good thing that there are supermarkets nearby, so all's not lost for a fish fry this weekend. But yeah, we're moving into winter weather. Hopefully we get some ice this year. I'd like to do some ice fishing, so maybe even come back to this spot and try some ice fishing. Till next time, we'll catch you guys outside.